Tell you what, tonight's guest's cutting it fine, isn't she?
Yeah, well, she's the first lady of musical theatre, Matt. You can't rush her.
I think we should give her a ring.
Go on, then.
Hi, hiya. It's Matt here. Yeah, just to let you know, the programme's about to start, so we were just wondering if you're ready.
Do you know who I am?
So what did Elaine say?
Well, looking back, I could have played it differently.
Is she good?
So good.
Everything fine?
Oh, so fun.
Hello and welcome to your Monday One show with Matt Baker.
And Alex Jones. So, yes, just in the nick of time, she has made it down from her star dressing room. Please welcome Elaine Page! We're good.
That
We're very
made me
good.
laugh. That was very funny.
But there, it's a big day, isn't it? Because, I mean,
Big
you're
day.
celebrating 50 years, but today you're saying a farewell to touring, Elaine.
I am. I've decided I'm going to hang up my touring shoes. And I
Right.
thought, well, why not? And today, Sky TV have just announced that I'm going to be doing this new TV series, which is
Fabulous.
fantastic. So I thought, well, change one genre for another, you see, and
Well, there we
bring
are.
musical theatre to television and stop having to live out of a suitcase.
Brilliant. Well,
Why not?
Well, we've got some lovely tributes for you coming up a little bit
you?
later.
How
But
exciting.
because one of your main roles was as Grisabella in Cats the Musical, we hoped you'd appreciate this tribute from this little fella. Just have a look. Here we are. Now, we couldn't work out what he was trying to sing, but if you put memories underneath, it becomes really emotive. Here we go.
He's on the right key and everything. Quite emotional, isn't it? I mean,
I think
brought a
I
tear to
want
my
to
eye.
bag him up and take him home.
Kent, go on, go.
I was at an epic party
Wow.
in a cow barn.
In a cow barn?
In a cow barn.
I love it. I love
the
it.
sound of that.
Celebrating 100 years of the same family farming one bit of land.
Oh, I wish I'd had an invite. I really do.
It was an epic
I really
party.
do.
It was tremendous.
Well, on our farm, would you believe, a hot air balloon landed, which was just incredible.
Really?
It's really exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, tall ships with the lovely people of Belfast on Friday and then singing the Welsh national anthem in Chris Evans's pub on Saturday. Long story.
Wow. Well, listen.
No, bye.
Mrs. Brown's family are actually Brendan's family.
I'm Jenny O'Carroll and I'm married to Brendan in real life and I'm Mrs. Brown's daughter. Kathy Brown.
But that must be so weird, Jenny.
So weird. You have no idea.
You want to see what it's like at home?
Feel the heat!
More postal news, Dan. Iwan, now he was supposed to come in. We've told him tea's nearly ready and everything, but he loves that rusty old trampoline.
Our guest surprise.
It says here, Matt and Al to pick up everything from the old studio and take them to the new studio. Everything. There's a lot of stuff here, isn't there?
What about the big telly?
Well, I would ring Evans, but
Let's get the One Show family involved.
good idea.
Let's have one last look at what they've been up to in 2013.
Celebrity clients. So,
I have done.
yeah.
You're going to get the chance to do a bit of name dropping here as we
Raw.
play Dwellings.
Oh, how clever.
Here we go. Nice little
How clever.
Yeah,
You reach
Dwellings.
it.
I will. I'll get you the first little. There's the first clue.
Right, okay.
There we go.
Okay.
I'll put it
So
on
first
there.
clue,
Nicer.
cheap crown on very cheap pillow, but which story would this inspire? Now, think royalty.
I'm thinking. Well, I've suddenly gone all Game of Thrones on that one. Give me a clue.
No, it's the Prince of Wales.
Okay, it's Prince of Wales.
good.
Oh, well done. That was a very good clue.
Very good.
Actually, that's a bit of a cheat because I've just bought a big barn development off the Prince of Wales, which we're turning into a home for ourselves. And in fact, there it is.
Life there. I'm going to continue this conversation with you off air. I got a telescope for my birthday, but it's not infrared.
You could find them.
Yeah.
You could find them.
You never know. Anyway, the aliens are coming. It's out now, isn't it? This
It
book?
is, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, it's been a rainy, windy winter, but it's also been quite warm, which means that one of Britain's best-loved Beatles has been out and about earlier than usual.
And where there are Beatles, there's George McGavin. That, don't you? The jeopardy there in that
Lady
film.
show the
Tension.
card.
I thought he was going to do it in the end. I really did. Anyway, good news. You can play Ladybird Bingo at home too, and here is the proof. All you have to do is go to our website to download this very card. It's handy if you're not laminated as well, if it's raining. Get plenty of play value out of that.
Anyway.
If you want to take a one-show camera crew with you when
Yeah.
you go up, then just give us...
She's coming.
Well, there we are. Yeah, I'll come with you.
I'll
come with you.
definitely go.
Great. Well, yeah. Anyway, let's talk about Mike Dilger. Because Mike has been to Northern Ireland on the search of an elusive scavenger dining out on our diet of rubbish. Right, let's do the deal with these two. The question is, who is next? Who has the gravitas and the mental intellect to play the world's greatest detective?
It's me.
It's Joe Pasquale!
Lovely to see you. Hello, darling.
And fully in character as well. I mean, that's lovely to see you with the pipe, the glass and everything.
All the apparatus I need.
Wow, Joe. Well, Alex mentioned the likes of Robert
Yes.
Downey Jr.
Yeah.
at the start there. So what do you have in common with him, the latest Hollywood home?
With well, Robert Downey. Well,
Yeah.
for a start, it's the voice, obviously.
Yeah.
The hair's going that way, so look at the hair. I think the hair's going that way, isn't it? Look at the hair. We'll have a pooper scooper with
Can you sing a little bit for us?
No, I'm not going to sing a little
No. But I mean, lots of comedians like
Wait,
that.
wait,
You were going to do it.
You asked,
You're gonna take that
and then
out.
you walk over it.
Hang on. Ready? Joe Pasquale singing
Okay.
Sherlock Holmes.
I've been alone with you inside my mind. And in my dreams I've kissed your lips. 1,000 times. I sometimes see you pass outside my door.
Is this happening on live?
Hello? Is it me you're looking for? See, it's a winner, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a winner.
It's going to be a
Okay.
duets
Yeah,
album.
fantastic.
Me and Robbie Williams doing a duets album. It'd just be called CAC. It'd be brilliant.
Right, well, what we need to...
His face.
Tell you what, Paul.
Look like, what's that?
While you get your pens out...
You didn't ask me
we'll
what
put a film
animal
on.
you look like.
Oh, go on. Come on,
You look like a bear, a polar bear. I'll tell you why. Because polar bears look lovely and cuddly, and when you go there, they crush you. When I came in, you shook my hand. Look, it's
Yeah.
still got no life in it.
I'm sorry.
We've
Tough
got to go
guy, tough
on.
guy.
Country still being drenched by rain and battered by high winds, and with some parts of the country due to get another month's worth of rain in the next 2 days, we are giving some of the people worst affected the chance to speak to those at the top tonight.
Now, amongst them, Countryfile's environmental expert, Tom Heap, will be attempting to explain, good evening, what's causing all this rain. Quite a job you've got in your hands.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
It's good to have you with us, Tom, it really is.
It
And
is.
Eric Pickles, who has come straight from a Cobra meeting, is here to tell us how his government are planning to get rid of the flood water, the wettest winter in 250 years. Eric, thanks ever so much for joining us. I know you have rushed
Yeah,
out
wish
that
it was
Cobra
in a
meeting.
different circumstance.
Well,
Yes.
what would happen if we continue to let the sea do its worst from an international coastal erosion expert? And this time, we are not going to blame it on the weatherman, but we do
usually
have
do.
John Hammond with us. Nice to
I
see you,
don't
John.
make the weather, I just forecast it.
Of course you do.
Yeah, we'll be chatting to John as we go out throughout the evening. Now, if you would like to ask any of the people that you can see here a question tonight, then do get in touch. And on a more positive note, we want to celebrate all of those flood heroes out there. So do send in a picture, if you've got power, of course, of the people who have been helping you, and we will show as many as we can later on.
Yeah, someone to bring a bit of sunshine to tonight's proceedings. So, just as well, we have got lovely Shane Ritchie.
Yes, Shane's on the show.
How you doing, everybody?
Good to see you, my friend.
Thankfully, it's not raining, but I do know, I've had it on good authority, that there will be a bit of a storm happening over Wolford, which is
That's
about
right.
there. OK? So there's Wolford.
There we
good
are.
and proper.
Goodness me, well, you're based at, you're sort of around the Surrey area. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of rain predicted, and you're a bit concerned,
I
aren't
know,
you?
I'm a bit worried about this weekend.
Extraordinary.
Yes.
I mean, we're going to just see extraordinary images
hope-
all evening, but
I hope that some of those people benefit from tonight's show. Hopefully. Anyway, John's here now. Now, the reason we've got this map, John, is because we've got some flood alert in yellow and then the flood warnings in red. That's
right.
But you're going to give us an idea of what's happening up and down the country, and it's not all about the floods, actually,
No,
is
there's
it?
severe weather up and down the country. All the concentration, quite rightly at the moment, is about the floods and the gales down across England and Wales. Further north across Scotland, though, although it's been mild in the south, it's cold up north. We've got a lot of snow across the Highlands in Aviemore, great news for skiers. And actually, a lot of snow across other parts of Highland Scotland as well. And that, Matt, is because we're furthest away from the jet stream. The jet stream is generating the wind and the rain.
That's
the
coming
storms.
across the country, isn't
That's
it?
right. Furthest away from that to the north, it's cold, so it's more like winter.
It does make you wonder how you can have all of that flooding down there and then this, you know, extraordinary snow up here. It's remarkable what's happening.
Isles, yeah,
but let's
absolutely.
go across to over to Northern Ireland.
Yeah, well, in Port Stewart earlier on today, you've seen snow, more snow, because we're still on the northern side of the jet stream, so pretty wintry night to come. If you live in Northern Ireland, you could well be waking up to a covering of snow tomorrow morning. The same applies actually to parts of northern England, the high ground of northern England. In fact, we're quite concerned about the prospect of blizzards across the Pennines because we've got this storm coming out from the south, we've got cold air coming down from the north, very strong winds. We've seen 100-mile-an-hour gusts battering the coasts of Wales. More storm force winds through this evening. We've got, as you know, a red warning from the Met Office for parts of North Wales and northwest England. So real Blackpool 80-mile-an-hour gusts through this evening. That is going to cause some serious damage, no doubt about it. Let's go over to the east.
People out there looking up to the sky saying, where on earth is this water coming from? Surely the skies must be empty by now, but where is the rain that's falling? Where is that water evaporating from?
Well, it's hard to believe, but, you know, the atmosphere is actually a fluid. Meteorology is fluid dynamics, basically. You've got all these air molecules, all of which can carry moisture. And would you believe that one of the reasons why we've got such a strong jet stream this winter could well lie the other side of the world in Southeast Asia, where the seawater is particularly warm, so there's a lot of moisture coming up into the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And that is now believed to be one of the factors which is driving such a strong jet stream this side of the globe. And the stronger the jet stream, the stronger the storms. The stronger the storms, the more wind and rain.
Yeah. OK, well, John, you're going to be sticking around, answering
thanks,
some
John,
questions for us as well. I'm sure lots of viewers will get in touch, but thanks for now.
Yes, so there's the situation right across the UK at the moment. If you are in one of the areas that have remained unscathed, well, count your blessings.
Yeah, now when you factor in the last few years, though, you do realise just how extreme our weather has become and just how much stress that is putting on the country. A lot of reaction, haven't we, to the flooding, but obviously there's a lot of things that need to be done looking ahead maybe to next year as well to prevent this kind of stuff, Tom. It goes without saying.
I think what's particularly striking about these floods is we've had all kinds of different water events, if you like. We've had coastal flooding, we've had river flooding, we've had groundwater flooding, and we've had flash floods. We've got the sort of four horsemen of the apocalypse when it comes to flooding going on here. And this is what's quite unusual, the duration of the floods, the length of time the water has been hanging around. And where I do have a little bit of sympathy with the government is that this does make it very tricky for them, because they can't sort of say, you know, we see the end of your pain. It just appears to be going on and on and on. So I think that the difficult questions alongside the relief effort that the government's got to tackle are the questions going forward. How do we lessen the likelihood of this happening again?
Hello and welcome to The One Show with Matt Baker.
And Alex Jones on tonight's show.
We have John Sargent talking about the history of the combine harvester.
And Lucy Siegel is reporting on the changes in milk and wool production over the last 25 years. Hang on, that doesn't sound right. What's going on here?
I'll tell you what's going on here. I'm in charge tonight, and there are going to be some big changes.
Well, can we at least have our theme tune?
All right, then.
The night is John Craven.
Editing an episode of Countryfile to celebrate 25 years on the programme.
That's
so
right.
you're effectively Matt's boss.
Just for 1 week.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
So what have you got up your sleeve?
Well,
John,
it's going to
for the
be
episode?
a week on Sunday, the programme, and I'm still working out really what the content is going to be, but what I'd like to do is look back a bit at some of the big issues that we've done over the years and some of the fun things we've had. I've got a nice little story for you, haven't I, Matt?
Your John one. Honestly, you wouldn't believe it. John
What is it?
set me up with a beautiful little number. Well, I'm not going to give too much away, but I'm going to the very spot where a certain British car got its name from. And I do a bit of racing up the hill.
And it's a pretty special car, isn't it?
It is.
You've been too soft on him, John.
1923.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm not going to, like I say, I'm not going to give too much. We've got to watch
Right.
it's a brilliant programme, by the way, John.
Catchphrases next Sunday, 7:15
Yeah.
on ITV. That's if you're not watching Countryfile.
Oh, yes. You might want to try it. I knew you'd get that in.
Anyway, as we found out, we know that you're a very good magician. So have a look at this. Matt, bubbles, please.
Bit of music. You ready, love? Here we go.
Hello.
Oh, look at that! Now, They look like normal bubbles, these, but they're not, are they, Al?
No, they're magic bubbles. Almost as impressive as an ultrasonic bubble. Here's Dr. Michael Mosley to explain. I need that to get my makeup off in the night. Where do you buy one?